Hello, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian versus Brian, episode 263. Freddy versus Jason. Ooh,
Bitch.
You've been waiting. You've been waiting. You forgot about me, bitch. I just love how ridiculous Freddy is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah, Freddy versus Jason. 2003. A Lost Time. Directed by Ronnie Yu. He also did The Bride of Chucky. Ooh.
Okay.
Some iconic stuff, yeah. This is August 15th, 2003, 97 minutes, budget of $30 million, box office of $116.6 million, becoming the highest grossing movie in either franchise.
Whoa.
At that point, which is...
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool, man. So this is a sequel to both Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, and Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. So you get that little iconic tease at the end of Jason Goes to Hell. We reviewed that when the hand pulls in the mask. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's Hodder, who plays Jason, playing Freddy. He's the one that pulled his own mask in.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting thing, he played Jason the last 3 times. So once before Goes to Hell, then in Goes to Hell, and then Jason X. But he does not play him in this movie. They handed him the script. They knew that this was coming. That's why they filmed that little Easter egg. They thought it would be the next movie, but it took so long. They just did a filler, which was Jason X.
Yeah.
Just a throwaway bullshit Jason movie. But yeah, he didn't get to play him in this one, which he said they wanted someone taller to make Jason much more taller than Freddy, but the actor's only 2 inches taller than he is. I mean, just put some boots on, bro.
Yeah. You could film it. So I mean, Tom Cruise is like 5'2".
Yeah.
They make him pretty iconic. So I was going to ask, do you know, did what's his name, Kurt? Did he play Jason in the 2009 reboot? Or like, is this guy still alive? I don't know anything really much about him. I don't know if he...
The guy who played Jason in this?
Just the original Jason. Was he in the reboot, the 2009 one? Or was that a new guy?
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Probably a new guy.
Hodder's already been replaced.
Yeah.
I don't know the last thing we got of Jason, really. Was it the reboot and that was it?
I think it was, yeah.
Nothing since?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's a new guy, and he'd probably never play him again. It's been so long. They'd probably go for someone else if they ever did another one. But I am not familiar with the Freddy movies, so I know Jason Goes to Hell and how that leads into it. But Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, I've never seen that. So I don't know if any of those characters are from that or what's going on or how that leads into it.
Yeah, I've seen all the Freddy movies, but it's been a long time. Like, I marathoned those when I was probably like 11 or 12. So I've definitely seen them all. 1, 3, and Freddy's New Nightmare are I think considered the best. I actually almost chose Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is kind of like a little bit of a cult classic favorite. It's
is that the Dream Child or
Dream Child one? Yeah. But I was like, Freddy versus Jason's been a while. It's a little more modern. But they get sillier as they go along, just like a lot of these horror franchises. They start actually really scary and violent, and then as they go,
they got the
more ridiculous, and stupid.
They got the montage of the beginning when he's talking.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of goes over some of his movies, and that was pretty cool, showing the bed squirting up.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, face ripping through chests and little faces on his chest, and that was pretty cool. They didn't really do that for Jason, did they? They just kind of they're like, yeah, you know who he is. Yep. Everyone's seen those. So when this came out, this was like a big marketing push. I remember all the trailers and stuff, and people were hyped, like, what? Freddy versus Jason? No.
Yeah.
It's unfathomable. 2 franchises. Like, this has never happened before. We got 2 iconic, slasher or whatever, horror movie colliding together. It was so cool. And we watched the original trailer right before we watched it just to get hyped.
Oh,
And they're here. Freddy, Jason.
So good.
An iconic match. It's like, yeah. So yeah, and I thought this was a really fun, interesting way to do it. Like they go into obviously Freddy feeds on fear, and that's how he gets into your dreams, and that's how he has his power. It's like in a dream he can do anything. He can kill you, and then he'll kill you in real life. But the town has like done this big cover up. Like all the kids, I guess, from the last movie that know about him and saw him and saw somebody get killed have been put in like an insane asylum, and they're given, I don't remember what the drug was, Sleeposil or something. So they dream,
or something like that.
Yeah, dream suppressant, and so it's like they don't dream about him, and I like how the rest of the town, they just have to not. The sheriff's like, don't say his name.
Yeah, Voldemort. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's like you know him.
Yeah,
you're not afraid. Isn't that enough just to know him and be slightly afraid? It would be enough, I think. But no, you also need to speak his name once in a while, and we're not doing that. Okay,
yeah.
So your power's gone. So he's like, but I found someone in hell who can remind them of me, and then obviously the hockey mask getting pulled into hell. So he finds Jason, and he's going. I don't know. I don't understand Freddy's powers really, or what the fuck he can do. He's like, he's in hell. He can't come to Earth because no one remembers him, and he has to come in a dream. But then he doesn't really come to Earth. He comes to your dreams. But apparently he can come to Earth if you grab him in a dream. So I guess he's in hell currently at the beginning of the movie, and he finds, and somehow he could
resurrect.
He can resurrect Jason, but he can't do it to himself. I don't know. His powers are very specific and strange to me. I have a lot of powers, but I don't have every power. And then we get the cool scene, a Friday the 13th little scene of a chick on the dock. I don't know if this is real or if this is obviously like in Jason's head.
Yeah, this is a dream.
Right?
You think it's real,
he's currently,
but it's a dream, yeah.
He's currently dead. And then a iconic lakeside shot. After about 20, 30 minutes past this, Jesse's like, man, there's a lot of nudity in this. I was like, there's always a lot of tits in Friday the 13th. Have you seen a Friday the 13th movie? Every time they're killed, their tits are out.
Yeah.
It's like that's the thing. And it's like they're focusing on Jason right now, like kind of like it's his movie. And then I'm sure when it's Freddy's movie, it won't be like this, but this is what Jason is like.
Yes,
so
100%.
Understandable. Yeah, and he kills her. That was a pretty nice one. The big old straight up into the tree. And then we get the mom, and I don't know, that lady looks familiar. I don't know if she's ever played the mom before, but
yeah, I didn't recognize
that. Really looks like the original mom, but that would make her super old.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think that was way too old. She'd be probably passed away by now. But
I think they just picked a really good actress that is very similar. Yeah, but that was good, and I have something for you to do, Jason. I just love that. So he's gonna send back Jason to Earth, resurrect him, and that he knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna start killing people.
Take him to Elm Street. Yeah,
there's some people on Elm Street, Jason. You know what to do. And then they're going to think it's Freddy because they're used to Freddy killing people on Elm Street. And so, he says he'll get the blood, but I'll get the glory. God, and I think it's that guy's last time playing him. England, the guy that always plays him.
The remake, there was the guy from the Watchmen movies.
The Rorschach guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the makeup's really kind of over the top. They're really sending it, and the teeth, and
yeah. I like everything about the design, but the nose. The nose bothers me. There's something about. I was like, oh, come on, you got to fix that shit. But he looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought the teeth were a little too sharp. I mean, you don't have to go crazy Venom styles. But yeah, it looked pretty good. And I liked how it kind of changes throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. Like it gets progressively like scarier.
Yeah.
I think to like the last couple scenes is almost like a demon. It's like really
Totally.
elaborate and different. So he's sending him back, and I do like that scene where the mom's like, "Dude, there's something they can never do. They can never kill you, Jason. Never." And then you see the empty, like, dead body, like the heart starts beating inside the chest cavity, and all the shit starts filling up the lungs and regenerating. That was pretty cool looking. And then he gets out of the grave and starts just slowly walking to Elm Street. Just
going for a walk, yeah.
And it sounds like it weighs like 600 pounds with every footprint. It's like,
it's like Godzilla.
Like, oh God, I'll be there in 4 weeks. Like 4 weeks to take him to walk there. And then, anyways, he goes to Freddy's house. I don't understand. I haven't watched a lot of Freddy movies, but apparently this is where Freddy is killed before. This person's house. I don't know if it's.
I think it's they don't outright say it, but the presumption is it's the house from the first one, which is Nancy, the main character from the original. I think that's Nancy's house.
Yeah.
Now Laurie's house. Laurie and her dad.
Of course, Laurie. Yeah, real original name for a slasher female.
I don't know if that's a Halloween shout out because Laurie Strode is Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah, but the kids are partying there. Yeah, I don't. So it's Laurie, and I don't know. She's got other friends that don't really matter.
She's got a Destiny's Child with her.
Oh yeah, she's got Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
I feel like she was in another horror movie, like H2O or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyways, she's in it, and she's not bad.
She's okay. Yeah.
Surprisingly, yeah, she seems like she can act. Wasn't just like
definitely not the worst in this movie. By
just like this. It wasn't like, hey, there's a musician in here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can feel like Usher and Faculty. You know, it didn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're partying. Some boys come over, which is like the bad girl's boyfriend, who's just a complete asshole, and we're meant to hate him. And then he brings his friend, which is a little more likable, but this girl is Laurie's hung up on her ex-boyfriend who vanished. And they're like, you guys met when you were 14. Get over it, Laurie. God, he hasn't even called you since you moved, or emailed?
Emailed.
Or instant messaged.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and I did love when this movie started. It's like, I think it's New Line, yeah. And it's like an AOL Time Warner company. And I was like, yeah. It was on this AOL fucking shit. Yeah.
I remember that.
America Online presents.
Yep.
Yeah. They were so big they owned movie companies back then.
Look at you now.
Yeah. But yeah, and I love the asshole boyfriend. Such an asshole. Man, my neck hurts. Let me go upstairs and give me a massage. Come on. And she's like, no, I'm going to need way more drinks before I massage anybody. And then he's like going up the steps, and he's already unbuttoning his shirt. He's like, come on, don't make me ask twice.
It's so good.
Oh, God. It's like not even their house. Yeah, he's just.
Oh my God.
2003 douchebag.
No,
why do you deal with him? He's got a cute ass. That's why.
Okay. I love when we go upstairs to see what they're doing, and the camera and the fucking door's open. They're just going at it. I'm like, you don't even close the fucking doors.
Yeah, it's rude, man. God damn, it's probably Laurie's room. Like, what the hell, guys?
Oh shit!
What?
So good.
Yeah. Then they're done, and then she's like cuddling with him. He's like, "Babe, you know what I like to be touched after." Oh God! It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. She's like, "Fine, I'll shower." He's like, "Good. You're stinky. Go."
Your hair smells like menthol anyway.
Yeah, that's what it was. God, what did I tell you about smoking cigarettes, babe? She goes and takes a shower. Then Jason breaks in. The other guy like finds the back door open, right? And he's like, and then there's a slam, and the girls like Lori and Kelly, Destiny's Child chick, gets spooked. So I think they go back there, and he's like, "Your door was open. I closed it." Yeah, what's up? You're welcome. You guys should be more careful. You need a man around the house. Close these doors. Yeah, then Jason's going upstairs. How did he... I don't remember how he started killing that douchebag guy. Just stab him through the chest or something?
Like coming down on him, and then he kind of does like the up and down stab thing, which the way the camera perspective is, it doesn't even look like he's anywhere close to the guy, because the guy's kind of in the foreground, but the knife is so far back, and he's just going like this, and I'm like, that looks a little fake.
Yeah, and then he sandwiches him in the bed. Yeah. For some reason, this bed is like a fold-up bed. Yeah. It seems like a normal-ass bedroom. Like, this is, nothing about this is like a hideaway bed. It looked like this is your bed. It stays here. It doesn't bend in half. It doesn't move. It's just a big bed. But no, apparently it's a fold-away bed. And he squishes him up, breaks his spine. Oh! The drippy poo out the bottom of the bed. And then she hears all this rustling in the bathroom, and she kind of turns off the shower. I forget the guy's name.
But, Trey. Like, I remember that.
Trey? Trey.
Just say his name.
Trey? Yeah. What's going on out there? Hello? Yeah. Trey! And then she kind of goes up to the door to kind of listen, and then she steps in something. She's like, oh, it's coming underneath the door. It's a lot of blood. I don't think a human body has that much blood to fill up a whole room and then move into the bathroom. It's just like a freaking kiddie pool full. But she opens up the door and sees him squished and screams, and then we get a shot of all of them running out the front of the house. Ah! Ah! That was pretty good. Like, usually in a horror movie like this, people are just like, oh no, he's dead, and they just kind of live with it and move on. But this was, I liked how this is a little more, they're just hysterically screaming in front of the house and like, don't know what to do. And then a cop car pulls by, and they stop it, and it's freaking Greg from Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Playing a cop. Listen, Cindy! Like, everything about this seems like a parody. Yes. But it's not. It's very much a real... They're playing this as a real Freddy and Jason movie, but everything about it seems like a Scary Movie version of a Freddy and Jason movie.
Totally.
It's really strange. And he says, you wouldn't make fun of someone with a wheelchair, would you?
Having a small dick is like a disability.
Who did this?
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? The dead body we just killed, Cindy. You said not to say, well, after this, Cindy. Anyways, it was great that he was in it. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
They stop him. And then a bunch of cops pull up, and he's like, they don't know what happened. Killer's gone. No one really saw him. And then the chief of police or whatever, the sheriff, he's kind of questioning his officers and wants them to question the kids, separate them. He knows Freddy in this house. And I guess the Greg guy doesn't know. I don't know if he's new enough of a cop.
He just moved here a month ago or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fresh off the beat.
Yeah, so the cops are basically like a oh no, it's happening again kind of vibe. And I think they say Freddy's name, because I know Lori hears it because she has to remember, but so like, oh no,
a guy named Freddy. Again. I don't know. But he's kind of questioning the circumstances of the murder, but they're kind of, oh no, don't worry about it. It's all good. And I think he questions Lori a little bit in the police precinct or whatever. And she said, I don't know, they said something about Freddy. Do they know the guy? And he's like, I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Something's not right at this town. Okay, I just moved here last month. Beat cop from Georgia. Now I'm here. Elm Street, whatever town this may be. Yeah. And then they let him go, and then we get back to the dickhead friend's friend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, I forgot about this scene completely. Yeah. He's sitting on the porch.
Tyler or something. Yeah. He's on the porch. I'm gonna get him for you, Trey. I promise, man. My own hands. I don't care. They said something about some Freddy guy, man. I'm gonna find him, Trey. I'm gonna murder him. I swear to God. He's just like some high school kid, ready to throw away everything to avenge his fallen friend. Like his whole life in front of him and everything, all the potential in the world. I'm gonna fucking murder someone tonight as soon as I find out who this guy is.
I'm gonna fuck him so hard, Trey. Boy, what?
Hey, nobody bends my friend backwards in a bed. You didn't deserve that posturepedic death, Trey. Your sleep number is not 0. So, his dad comes out. What does he say? He was like, where were you up to? Drinking again?
Drinking? Yeah.
It's like, my friend just fucking got killed, Dad. So how about you give me some fucking space? And then he's like, his dad kind of thinks about it. Yeah, his friend just get murdered. He's like, you watch yourself, boy. He goes inside. You win this one.
Oh, my God.
I agree that this is a pretty traumatic thing, and I'm going to let you chill on this. But if your friend wasn't murdered, I'd be tearing you a new one. I tell you what.
Oh, my God. So good.
So that was pretty good. And then, what happens? He falls asleep out there. It was just passing out, no matter where they are. I don't remember. Oh yeah, then Jason is like in the street, or not Jason, Freddy.
Yeah.
And he does the old shadow drag and comes up and tries to stick him in the stomach and I'm not powerful enough yet. No, damn. It's like you can't tell. It's like you don't know what you can do ever. You just gotta just test in the water. It's like, I don't know. I got lots of powers. I don't know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You know, it's show business. And he's like, damn. Anyways, he wakes up, right?
Yeah, back on the porch. He's like, grabs his chest. He's like,
Yeah.
And then, his dad's sitting next to him.
And his dad's sitting next to him.
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, God, I told you to give me some space, dude. And then his dad's head falls off. Oh, no! The Trey killer. And then I don't remember...
I think
Jason's
just standing there.
Just standing there like he always is. He's just waiting for him to wake up. He's not rude. He's not going to kill you in your sleep like Jason would or like Freddy would. You know, he's just, excuse me, wake up.
Just waiting.
And it's a really weird design of Jason. I don't quite like it. You see a lot of the head and it's all black.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if they're going for he's like a dead body and he's been decomposing in the ground for a while, but it's just not the Jason I'm used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of like a Jason Goes to Hell. I do feel like they had a very black and weird look in that one. But anyways, that's how he looks. So then he gets killed. And then I think we jump to the psychiatric hospital. And we meet up with our other two characters, which I think are kind of the highlight of this movie. I love Jason Ritter is like this. He's like he feels like the poor man's Josh Hartnett in this movie.
Totally. Yes,
100%.
Like
if they could afford Josh Hartnett, this is the role he'd be.
Yes.
You know. And then the other guy kind of looks like the guy from the Backstreet Boys. Like, I don't know. He's just kind of. Or the little brother from Titus. I don't know.
Yeah. The little brother from Titus. That's a pull.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, so they find out about someone getting killed at her house. They're in line to take their medicine. What does this stuff do, man? And why do we all have to take it? I don't know, man. I just work here. And he's like, fine. His friend eats the pill. Yummy.
Fine by me. Yeah.
And then he gets there. Okay, turn that up, man. I know someone who lives in that house. Turn that TV up, man. Turns it out. You know the rules. No TV if you want to watch it. Only in the background when you're not paying attention. Hey, don't be an asshole, man.
I don't ask for anything. Come on, man.
And then his buddy, you want 10 cc's of that shit in your ass? Come on. Yeah, but I guess they're from, I don't know. I hope they're from the last Freddy movie.
Not that I can recall. It's where it gets weird because there's Freddy's last, whatever, Freddy's
Last Hurrah.
Well, Freddy's Last Hurrah, but then there's
Freddy's Last Ride.
Yeah, Freddy's Last Ride. But then there's Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which that movie stars the lead character from the first movie. So I don't know. It's weird. The timeline's a little weird, and that one's like very Scream. It's like self-aware. Like she plays herself in that movie. Like the actress plays herself, and like Freddy, the actor, is in that movie. Like it's a really cool movie,
I've seen that
like,
one. I remember it's kind of very strange.
Yeah, it's a very strange one. So the timeline, I don't know who these characters. I don't know if they're new. Maybe that's why there's a lot of exposition in this movie. But yeah, I don't know if these are returning or not. But
they're explaining this lore heavy
all
the time. You don't understand. They just know everything, man.
Yep.
But anyways, the Jason Ritter character was really good. He's just very, very 2003 horror movie. Anyways, they have to escape, so his friend acts like a monkey, right? Puts his butt on the glass of that guy who was handing the pill. Oh, you son of a bitch! You want to play? He gets out the syringe. Come on, monkey boy. Drugs him, and then they finally take him back to the room with the wannabe Josh Hartnett racing Ritter, and they toss him on the bed all fucked up. I was like, what'd you do that for, man? He's like, he's got the keys of the guy. You're crazy. Yeah. We gotta go save Lori. And then they break out, but that guy's like tranked, so he's got to be like carried. So it's just a terrible way to break out. I was like, God dang it.
Could have thought a better way to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're on their way to Lori, and then
which their intro to them finding Lori is fucking hysterical. Because I think then they cut back to the school, and then the whole, Trey's friend died too, and then what?
Yeah.
And then
they're blaming it on Trey's friend. It's like a Columbine situation. They're saying he went crazy and killed Trey at that party, then killed his father and took his own life. I was like, that's nothing like Columbine. What are you talking about? That's not at all like that. That sounds more like the plot of Scream. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
That sounds more like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh my god.
But it's so funny that she would say that in a movie so close to the time of that tragedy.
Yeah.
This is 2003. I think that was 99 or something.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, whoa, we don't need that in here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Which remind the country of this terrible tragedy in this horror movie, slasher flick. Yeah, no reason. And let's have the girl from Destiny's Child say it. Jesus Christ. What's going on?
Oh my god.
That's nuts, dude. Yeah. Yeah, but they're back at school. It's classic, like, day after Scream scenes.
Yeah.
Where everyone's looking at them weird. They know those are the kids who were involved with the murder. Oh. Yeah, and then Lori's like, yeah, I think they called him Fred. And then Ritter's friend really doesn't have much to do.
At this point, she's giving this whole spiel, and all the kids in the background stop, and everyone's looking at her for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and then the guy comes up. His name. Oh yeah, there was little kids and they were singing. And then the guy comes up. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Was that the song? She's like, oh my god, yes. You know why they sing that? because that means he's coming for you. Yeah, no shit. Dude, you know why the lyrics of that song say that? Because it's true. I helped write that song, and it's true. Yeah, he comes up and he's like, yeah. They just go into this school. They're in the hallway. I don't know if they're school children. I think they are. They seem to be. But, yeah, he just goes up and scares the shit out of her, telling this creepy-ass story. And then, do you remember the main guy's name?
Will.
Fuck. Oh, yeah, Will. And he's like, stop, man. You're scaring her, dude. Hey. And she's like, Will? Hey. And then she like goes to touch his... It's a super awkward scene. Yes. Goes to touch his face. He kind of grabs her hand and touches it and just wanted to see if you were okay. I heard people got murdered. Like, just casual conversation. And then she passes out from seeing him. It's just over. Not the murders didn't do it. Seeing Will again, her long lost love, that really put her over the edge. Knocked her out. Yeah, then like some people from the school, like teachers or something, come, and then they're like, "We gotta go." Yeah, it's like, dude, how? Yeah, I was like, how are they gonna know you don't go to this school?
Yeah.
If you're a school-age person in this large crowd, they're like, "Hey, you two don't go here." It's like, what kind of a principal knows every damn student?
Yeah.
Like they don't know any of them. So I thought that was weird that they're trying to hide. But then they do get confronted in the hallway. I think they're like, Will and whatever. Yeah. The police come.
You fuckers left. So 2 scenes later, we cut back to the school.
Yeah, everyone's in class and they're like in the hallway, just waiting. Well, third period will be over pretty soon.
They're then like we could snacks. So I'm like, what are you doing?
Then we could add more exposition to this film.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're buying an old Fruitopia. A delicious Fruitopia.
Oh my god.
Yeah, from there, who do we get?
I think at some point we get the rave. I don't know if that's shortly after.
Oh yeah, I think they're passing that out.
Yeah.
About that time, it's like, you should come to this party. This weird fat kids passing out the party flyers. I don't know. And then like the weird stoner guy, and he's like, that's what I'm saying. You need to be out around people, man. It's safer. There's going to be a lot of people. No one's going to do nothing crazy, man. It's a rave. And maybe I will go. Yeah, clear my head. After all this murder, I need to clear my head. So they show up, and it's a badass rave, dude. It's a 2003 fucking
it's pretty dope.
Corn maze rave. Yeah. Everyone has a glow stick. They were all provided by the host. Beers and stuff. There's that little weird nerdy kid who keeps trying to hit on Lori throughout the movie.
Landon or something?
Yeah. He shows up on his Vespa, of course, like riding through all the corn, like just like through the middle of the It's like, there's a road that leads here, man. That's the road we took. You're just going straight to the cornfield. Like if you pan out, you just see like the corn getting decimated, a line going to the party. What is that? It's like a fucking rabbit under the ground and like a Looney Tunes shit. It's like, yeah, just riding through and finally pops out. Oh, I found it. This is the party. And they're like, hey, little, and there's those guys who are passing out the flyers. Hey, you little nerd, come here. I don't drink. Yeah, right. And then they beer bong him. And then he goes and talks to Lori, and he's a little cooler because he's had a little beer. He's a little more calm and less nervous. And the Kelly Rowland chick hates him, and she's like, I should know her name, Kia. I don't know.
Kia or Kaya?
I think they called her Kay, didn't they?
Yeah,
something. But anyway, she's like, "What is on you?" He's like, "Well, I partook in a drinking game and kind of got it all over me anyways." And then she's like, talking shit about it. I don't know. And he's like, you know what? I used to think that you didn't like me because you thought I wasn't good enough for Lori. But now I think it's just because you're a fucking asshole and you're a fucking jerk. He just goes off on her. And then like a flip, like a switch flips in her head. And like then from that point on in the movie, I feel like she likes him.
Yeah, there's like some sexual tension after that moment. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, and she dances with him at some point and all this other shit. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's weird. I feel like that was going to be some kind of thread in the movie, but it didn't.
No,
we didn't have time. There was too much going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Too much exposition and trying to explain two different lores.
Yes, and making them combine. Yes.
Yeah, and then Will is there at the party, and they see each other, and I think hug, and I think he tries to tell her that he saw like her dad kill her mom, but he doesn't get to. I don't know. Remember what happens, but yeah. Then Jason shows up, just looming at the party. Who the fuck is this guy? And they're like, you weren't invited, compadre. Just like poking his chest. You can't come in here. And then it's like, look what he's wearing. This ain't a Halloween party. Won't you go fuck a pig, hey boy? It's like Jesus. And then what does he do? He kills
the kill scene of the kind of smoker drinker chick, because she passes out, and then she has a dream. She's like walking through the cornfield. She sees Trey, and he's decapitated. Oh no, he's decapitated or something. He starts talking.
He's holding his own. He's holding his own head.
Yeah.
He's holding his own head. He said, "What did he say? I get killed on a Sunday, and you're out partying on a Monday." And then he's like, come with me. Don't make me ask twice. He just walks into the cornfield with his severed head, and she's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Follows him in, and then it shows her, and she's passed out on the ground.
Yeah.
And then a raver comes over.
Yeah.
This is we didn't need this at all in the movie, dude. And like he looks at her laying there, he's like,
and he does the head.
And then we cut back to the dream, and so no matter what happens in the dream, you're like, what's going on in real life? Like this is an important moment, and we're just stuck in this dream world, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm trying to enjoy the dream sequence and what's Freddy gonna do, but I'm like, dude, cut back. What's going on?
Yeah, but something is happening to her at the same time. I thought, I haven't seen this movie in a while. I'm like, is she gonna wake up and because of what's happening in the real world?
I thought that was an option.
Terrifying. Yeah.
It was just completely unnecessary and really creepy. And he's the rave guy is just kissing on her neck, and I think he licks her face or something. Kind of Terminator 2 style.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's in there with Freddy. I don't remember how exactly Freddy was going to kill her. What was going on.
It's like the quintessential iconic boiler room, which is in all of these.
Yeah.
Like his lair. And he's just kind of stalking her and intimidating her. And then she finally makes it to a locker, and she's kind of hiding. And then Freddy opens up the locker, and he's getting ready to stab her. And as he's starting to stab her, she vanishes, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck!" And then we cut back to the real world, and we see that Jason is.
Well, she starts bleeding out of her chest right before she vanishes.
Something explodes out of her chest. That's right.
Yeah, so he's like, "What the fuck? I'm supposed to do that, bitch. You're not allowed to die yet, bitch." And then it's Jason impaling the creep raver who's on top of her, kissing her. He gets impaled, but the machete goes through him and pierces her chest too. Yeah. So that's where her blood was coming from, and she dies, so she's no longer dreaming. And Freddy's pissed. Oh, she was mine! Yeah. He won't stop killing! I don't understand what he thought. You're supposed to stop and go back to Crystal Lake. I don't understand.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so then we get that death. Then he also kills those kids.
Yeah.
Who are poking him.
They set him on
And
fire.
then he's like,
it's kind of cool. He's like walk through the corner.
Oh yeah,
fire or whatever.
They set him on fire, and then they realize, okay, this guy can't die. Fuck. And then he's killing him. He's killing him in the party, and it's like, it's cool because you never really get to see Jason like killing that many people at once.
Yeah,
he's
totally. Just a massacre. Yeah.
Yeah, just like 10, 20 people, and all the kids, but they're no one. They're all kind of staying there. They're not leaving. And then he's on fire, and then everything has a reason. So he misses one of them, kind of hits the keg, and the keg squirts him, and that's what puts him out. Now he's covered in foam and shit, but he's not on fire. Yeah, kills a lot of them. Our main girl, Lori, gets away. Will gets away, and then Key gets away. Yeah, after that, there's more like police stuff with their cover up. The kids are starting to discover what's happening. And then that Will guy was saying, well, what if there's this big cover up? And I like his friend, I think it's Charlie, but he's like, oh no, do you think I just ruined the whole plan by telling that story about Freddy? It's like, everyone heard you say that. It's like, oh shit, my big mouth, man.
That is one exposition scene I actually liked, is how they kind of broke. I think it is Charlie who kind of breaks it all down, of like the cover up of like they treat it like a disease and we're in quarantine. Like I kind of like that plot there.
Why do you think we could never call our friends?
Yeah. How come no one can call us? We were fucking quarantined, man.
They never sent my letters to you, Lori? I wrote letters.
Yeah.
Heartfelt letters.
Like from who? Well, I've kind of been at a psychiatric hospital for a while. Like,
it just breeze over that, and she doesn't really ask him much about it.
Yeah.
But then I went to tell you that I saw your father kill your mother that night. They took me away. You can't go back there with him. It's not safe. Like, that's a different like plot. Like, he knows about Freddy. They all know about Jason now, but there's also, by the way, your dad's a murderer too.
Yeah,
it's like there's like these three different things going on. But seriously, this guy will get in your dreams, but your dad will kill you when you're awake. So you need to watch that. Saw him kill your mom, dude.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back, and it does. I don't understand. Like, they keep showing the dad in the room with the mom, like freaking out on the bed. And they kind of eventually tell you that Freddy did it, killed her mom.
Yeah, in the stupidest way, because in that exposition you're talking about, because Will's telling the story, so it's from Will's perspective. Because like, I went to climb your room like I always did, and you kind of see what he sees, and like what you're saying, the dad walks in with a knife, but I don't think we ever see him actually stabbing. But then none of that, we don't really come back to this story whatsoever until the last 10 minutes of the movie, where there's the showdown, which we'll get to. But in that showdown, she's like, oh, my dad didn't kill my mom, and we're gonna go and he's like, what? I don't know. It's just like, oh, how did you find that out? There's no scene where you figured that out.
Kind
of weird.
I almost thought like the mom was dying from Freddy in a dream, so he's gonna like kill her to save her, to put her out of her misery because she's getting tortured or something.
But
I don't think that's what. I don't think that's what happened.
Yeah,
I think he heard commotion in the room of her having that dream and being loud, and went in there with a knife to try and like protect her, and then just sees her on the bed, and he's just kind of wake her up, but he has a knife in his hand. I guess that's what happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they realize what's happening. They piece together the whole fucking thing. Oh, he wants people to remember him, so he got this guy, Jason Voorhees. And I like the Greg guy from Scary Movie kind of puts it in. They're Crystal Lake wannabe killings. But they can't be. That guy from Crystal Lake died. And
I love how he comes to the situation. They're all in like their little basement hideout, and they're all just kind of talking. And he just shows up, like, okay.
His name is Jason Voorhees. He all of a sudden knows all about the lore of Jason Voorhees. That guy's smoking weed, and he's like, "Oh, hey, officer, Don't worry, I'm not worried about the weed, man. I'm worried about this Jason Voorhees. I've come to team up with you kids and put an end to this. So he's teaming up with the kids. He's going to help them. And they come up with a plan. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to...
Oh, it's finding because Will's like, oh, we used to take these pills at the hospital that would make us so we don't dream. So like, can you get us back to the hospital? And then we get this whole like break in at the hospital with all the kids and the cop.
Yeah, some really fun scenes. When does the cop die? He dies pretty quick on this journey.
Yeah, he dies in like the control room when Jason shows up.
Oh yeah, Jason came in and
whatever. Yeah.
Jason machetes the machine and they get out of the way, and now he's getting go. We got to get out of here. And then Greg, I don't know, he's just Greg now. Tries to go around Jason. There's not any room right there. He could have went the other way in front of the device, but he's gonna shimmy by him. And then all Jason does is kind of touch him, and because he's getting electrocuted, and Greg goes ah. And then it shows him like he's like really burnt up. With some pretty cool effects there. And then the stoner guy. Let's take a J break, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? It's like, what? He's a cop. It's like he's concerned. The guy's like, there's a cop with us. That's not my concern. My concern is like we're on a crazy heist, trying to stop 2 serial killers, and you want to stop and smoke a joint in a random room of this building.
Yep.
That's my concern. And he does. He's like, fine, go. I'll just smoke it, dude. Jeez. More for me. And then he's smoking. And then I think Freddy shows up, but I don't think this guy's asleep. But I guess he fell asleep.
Yeah, he fell
smoking
asleep.
That J.
Yeah.
And then the freaking CG caterpillar squeezes under the door or comes in the door.
Under the door, yeah.
But it's terrible fucking CG.
Bad. Yeah,
it's the shiniest thing in the world. It doesn't match the world around it. It's all slimy. What? And then he comes and he's got he's like the Alice in Wonderland caterpillar, and he's got the fucking hookah bong.
Yeah. Oh.
For me? Yeah, dude. And he takes the Jason or the Freddy caterpillar takes a hit and blows it in his face. Like, oh wow. Yeah, that's good shit, dude. And then just slinks away and squeezes underneath the door, and he's like, that was crazy, man. And then what does he come back and go into his mouth?
No, he goes into the room. There's a bunch of people laying down, and they say that comas. They gave him too much of that sleeping pill. And so he finds the sleeping pill, and we find out that Freddy's using the stoner kid to dump all the pills, so he's like dumping this shit down.
Yeah.
And then the caterpillar thing jumps into his mouth, and he's like possessed now, I guess.
Yeah, he's like possessed. Then they find that they're gonna trank Jason.
Freddy is gonna trank Jason. Yeah.
I don't know why. Just so he stops killing people for a little bit. Damn it, I want to kill people.
He's gonna kill Jason so that Jason would stop killing his prey. Basically, yeah.
And so that's a pretty cool scene when he's got the syringes, and I don't remember the stoner guy's name, but they're like, "Come on, we gotta go," and he's like, "Just let me handle this, bitch." I'm like, what? And he's just standing there with the syringes behind his arms, and I don't remember what he says to Jason, but he's like, "Come on."
Yeah.
Anyways, he's talking. He is Freddy at this point. And then he jams the fucking syringes into his neck and injects them. And it shows the dilution rate 1,000 to 1. So this is just super concentrated, like put a fucking elephant out.
Yeah.
But not before he cuts him in half. Like it
was pretty cool. Yeah.
Juices them, and then just the 2 halves fall apart. And then he does pass out right there. They load him in a truck, and they take more of the tranquilizer to keep him passed out. I don't know why they're giving him so much. Like, they're driving him back to Crystal Lake because they think it'll be a fair fight if he's at his home turf or something.
I guess. Yeah. I mean,
and
I guess the whole idea is Laurie to go in, grab Freddy because they find out that you can take objects from the dream world to the real world.
yeah,
And then so that by the time that she gets Freddy back in the real world, Jason will be awake and alive, and they can go toe to toe at Camp Crystal Lake instead of Elm Street. I don't think there's much. I don't know what the difference is between Elm Street and Camp Crystal Lake, but hey, we're going for it.
Jason's weakness is water, and Freddy's is fire. What could we do with this information? There was a pretty cool scene where Freddy was in Jason's dream, and that a water pipe broke and was pouring in front of him, and Jason wouldn't advance because of the water. And say, "Oh, yeah. So you are afraid of something," and then puts all the water around him. Little Jason, and he's the little boy who drowned again, his deformed head laying there. And then they do show a little flashback of him drowning, and it's way more brutal than like they normally show in Friday the 13th movies. It's like kids throwing rocks at him, and like, "Oh, you loser, idiot!" And he's like, the counselors aren't doing anything. Say, "Aren't you gonna help him?" Oh, and that's Jason. Like, no. Anyways,
he's fucking that broad. He's like, "It's not my fault. He's dead, limp, or whatever else." Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And then he's in the water, and Laurie's trying to help him out, and Freddy comes, drowns him.
And even before that, this is like when Freddy finally tranks Jason. Jason wakes up in the boiler room, and finally, this is the first time we've seen them go toe to toe. And I actually toggled the remote because I was just curious, like how long it took. 33 minutes left in the movie. This is the first time they go toe to toe. Which, well, I mean, we'll get to our overall stuff, but I was like, man, you waited to the last 30 minutes to get them to go toe to toe. I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah,
toe to toe stuff's pretty fun, but like, damn.
Yeah, it's just they're not meant. These guys aren't meant to like fight. They're just killers, you know. So it's really weird seeing them fight each other. And like, oh, like
so different.
Like like Freddy's like punching him and stuff, and he's like bobbing and weaving and shit. It's like what?
Yeah, it's like borderline kung fu action because there's like dust that puffs out when Freddy hits Jason. Like that's what happens in kung fu movies. They get
and he's very much like kicking and like he's like ninja fighting like Jason, and Jason's just doing his normal shit like
just swiping,
just swinging and knocking off tips of fucking air canisters and shooting them and shit. But I don't remember. How did they pull him into the real world? Was it Laurie?
Yeah, Laurie. I think we can cut back to what you were talking about, which is the flashback scene, and Freddy pulls Jason underwater, and then we got that kind of fun scene in the van when you see Jason. Jason.
Oh yeah,
fucking names, man. Freddy, Jason. Jason's like coughing up water and like give him mouth to mouth. I thought that was kind of a fun sequence, but
it's like, I can't. I have asthma.
Yeah, he's got asthma.
He's got asthma, Key. Get in there.
Like, he's got asthma, can
Yeah, he's fucking pissed. He's dead serious. Like, do it. This bastard has asthma. And they just believe him immediately.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, and then she goes to give him like mouth to mouth, which I don't think is what he needed right there. I mean, his lungs are full of water. I think he just needs some chest compressions to get it out.
Yeah.
I think mouth to mouth is just going to add air with the water. And then she's like goes to it. Oh God.
It's pretty gross.
And then he wakes up immediately, right?
Yeah.
Like before she puts her mouth on his or something.
Jolts up and the van crashes. Yeah. And because they tranked Laurie's still out of it, and in the dream, Freddy dives out or jumps up out of the water and like gets on top of her, and she finally kind of grabs him and she's like, "Someone wake me up!" But the fucking van crashed, no one's around, and then he transport her back to her house, and now she's like lying on the floor, and he's like kind of being gropey with her, kind of gross Freddy stuff. And meanwhile, the kids are dragging Laurie. After the van crashes, they look up like, "Oh, hey, we're here!" It's like the sign, we made it. So they're just trying to drag Laurie's body into
And I like how Jason flew out the truck during the flip, and they just show and then they show a shot of him just like launching 200 yards through the forest.
Yeah. Like, God damn it. So now they got to deal with the fact that they can't get Lori awake, and now Jason's alive hunting them. So they find themselves at the camp, and they go to like one of the cabins, I think, and they're still trying to wake Lori up. It's not working. And then a fire breaks out. I don't remember how a fire breaks out, but I remember a fire breaking out, and then Jason shows up, and he's fucking around with Kaya and Lyndon Landon or whatever.
Yeah. This reminds me, we've talked about it I think, in our Jason review, but what is his motivation? He just hates fun. He hates that these kids are having fun. He can just sense sex or fun from a mile away and come get you.
Yeah, they kind of lose the plot there as the movies go along, because in the first couple, I guess you got a thread there, which is that I guess this movie is a little differently. The lore is a little different, but in the originals, it's just that Jason was a small boy, deformed boy who drowned, and the camp counselors weren't paying attention. So that's the motivation of I'm just going to kill camp counselors the rest of my life because they're the cause of me drowning. But as those movies went along, he just starts killing everybody. Goes to Manhattan.
Yeah,
Jason takes Manhattan. So I don't
know. Yeah, and he hates fun in Manhattan. Remember, he stomps on that guy's boombox. Hey, music. Yeah, but then the final battles on the dock.
Yeah, in a construction site for some reason. There's a construction site in the middle of the camp, or
I don't know.
Because I remember him swinging a big fucking construction equipment towards Jason. There's rebarb he fucking throws on him.
Yeah.
So, is there construction at this lakeside camp?
I don't know. They're trying to reopen Crystal Lake or something. I don't know. But anyways, they're finally fighting on the dock, and I think Jason pulls Freddy in the water to kind of try and kill him. And they think it's over. And then Freddy jumps out of the water like fucking Jet Li. All the 30 feet in the air, water droplets coming off.
Hit the boys, hit the
Something's getting him. They should have just ended it right there. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Cliffhanger. But yeah, he's walking towards Will and Lori, I think, are on the dock. And then Jason, at this point, you get the idea that he knows that the kids are trying to help him. They're on his side. Because he's I don't know, he's no longer really worrying about them. He's just worrying about Freddy.
Yeah.
And so he comes up behind Freddy and he already ripped Freddy's arm off earlier. The claw arm. And then all of a sudden the claw hand goes through his chest and you see it's Jason just impaling him with his own arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then throwing him in the water.
No, he falls to his knees, and then Lori takes the machete and "Welcome to my world, bitch!" And then she decapitates him. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
There was a pretty cool fight scene between the two of them where they're slugging it out on the dock, and it's just fucking violent as shit. They're just swiping at each other and blood's going everywhere. I was like, Jesus, this is more violent than I thought. Even Jason is kind of crawling on his stomach, and and fucking Freddy's just whacking him with a machete.
Yeah.
And blood's going everywhere. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and he stabs his eyes out through his mask. Yeah. But later on that scene, they show his eyes, on the dock, and he's fine. That could have been cool to really, now he's blind. Fucking, he can't die, but you just got your eyes fucking stabbed out.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of cool, but he just acts like it didn't hurt him. Yeah, so that's the end.
What's the epilogue? I'm blanking on it. I just watched it a couple hours ago. Because it fades to black. Then we come back we end with something. Oh, it's Jason coming out of the water with the... That's right.
But now he has his head.
Yeah.
It's I know he wasn't decapitated. Freddy was.
Freddy was decapitated, yes.
Decapitated. And then I don't know how Jason got in the water.
When Jason stabs Freddy with his glove, he just falls back into the water. And then
Yeah.
Freddy drops to his knees. She chops his head off, and then she looks down at the water. This is during the dock scene, and Jason's just kind of floating there under the water, and then he floats down.
Yeah.
She drops a machete.
Yeah, and it's like it's a weird scene where Jason is kind of like, okay, he's content to. This is what happens every once in a while. Yeah, he does a thumbs up. I know now why you cry. It's something I can never do. I know now why you die, but it's something I can never do.
Oh shit!
Why do you die? Does pain cause it? But yeah, he's like content. Like he's like, okay, my job is over with. I'm cool. I'm just gonna go back to the bottom of the lake. I'll come back some other time to kill more kids, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's cool with it too. Like gives him his machete. Like here you go. Rest easy, my friend. Your work here is done. Yeah, but then we see him walking out of the lake.
Beautiful slow motion.
Yeah, coming out of the water, and he's got Freddy's head. He's always that's a thing in Friday the 13th movies. He had his mother's head. He keeps people's heads sometimes, and then the head like talks to him.
Yeah.
So he's got Freddy's head, and then we're walking past the camera, and then I think Freddy's eyes open, and he and winks at the camera. The bit of a beep or something.
Generic fucking 2000s rock song I've never heard of.
And then the credits are
Yeah.
the first credits where it was like skin, like when the
yeah.
beginning open is like and then it gets cut. That was pretty cool, man. Yeah, that's it. And most popular movie in each franchise as far as money made, and we never really heard from it again.
Yep.
Freddy vs. Jason was a one and done, which is very surprising. Seems like the world was ready for this. Like after this, we got all these rumors about like Michael versus Jason and all this shit. Like
there was a
Chucky.
What was it? You probably remember better than I do. But for a long time, there was what was it? Ash versus
It was Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and they were going to do it, but they ended up just doing a limited comic series instead of making a movie. I don't know if that would have worked as good. Ash, I mean, those movies are cool, but
if Sam Raimi would have done it, I would have been a little because that he would have, I think, treated all three of these characters pretty well.
Yeah,
but some random dude that we've never heard of take care of it. I probably
that would have been awesome to see Sam Raimi's version of like because this movie, you have some Freddy stuff with some Jason stuff, and they try to, do it right as far as their own movies go. So it would have been cool to see Raimi's vision on some Friday the 13th stuff. And
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But no, didn't happen. Yeah, I liked this movie when it came out. I still like it. I didn't know why. I think it's a really good Friday the 13th movie. Like, is what it feels like to me. And I love Friday the 13th movies. And it's got a lot of, like, extra lore and stuff that they don't really get into too much in a real Friday the 13th movie, which I found fun. I think these freaking 2003 teenagers are freaking fun. The Josh Hartnett wannabe and stoner guy. Kelly Rowland's great. Laurie's good. I don't know. This movie is just, it's greater than the sum of its parts, and it's funner than it should be. Like, I'm not really into Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but this movie kind of made me want to be. I was like, Freddy's pretty cool, man. But yeah, I enjoyed it then. I enjoy it now. It's I can watch this like every couple of years or once in a while and make it all the way through and be perfectly happy with it. I just think it's fun. It's brisk. It's just a stupid battle royale movie that didn't need to exist and finally got made, and it was super been teased for years and years before.
Yeah. So
we were just ready. I mean, realistically, it's not that great, but neither are Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I mean, they're not that great.
Yeah.
There's some classics,
maybe one
like
or two of them.
First one, and that people really love. But other than that, they just become kind of parodies of themselves. And even this movie feels like a parody of itself. It feels like a scary movie version of what this is. It's like if you got Greg showing up, and it's like, what the heck? But it's fun, man. But yeah, I know it's probably like a 5.9, honestly. But I really enjoy it at 5.9. But that's probably what 5.9.
Okay. Yeah, this movie is stupid as fuck, and I love it. I love this movie. I don't know, like you, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I kind of do know why. I mean, this is a movie that really understands the assignment. Like, it's not trying to be high art. It's not trying to be a fucking great movie for either franchise. It's just a schlocky, over the top, ridiculous. It like leans into the silliness of both of these franchises, and I think that's why it works because. This movie is just batshit ridiculous, and it's hilarious because of it. Like, I was laughing throughout the entire movie. I don't think it was intentionally funny, but it comes out funny to me. Like, anything that comes out of Freddy's mouth is hysterical. Him as a character is hysterical. I do wish, yeah, I do agree that this is a good Friday the 13th movie, which is a bummer because I feel like the nightmare stuff doesn't bleed well into this movie. The only time this movie shines in that world is when Freddy's playing pinball with Jason. Like, that's the Friday the 13th kind of, or not, Nightmare on Elm Street shit.
Oh yeah,
like, ding, 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 ding. Like, that's the fucking Freddy shit that we love to see, and there's not a whole lot of that in this movie. It's just kind of him stalking around a boiler room. I really love. I forgot about this aspect of the movie, but I really love that the movie just made the decision to make Freddy the ultimate villain of the movie. Because for a while they both are, but at some point when Freddy goes into Jason, like you said, the water thing, in that moment we as an audience kind of sympathize with Jason from that point on and make him a sympathetic character. And we kind of are rooting for Jason in a lot of ways, and the movie just commits. Like, Freddy is the villain of this movie, and I kind of love that decision. I do think that it's kind of bullshit that the movie doesn't have the balls to pick a winner. I think the movie really lands on, they stabbed each other at once, and then they fall on. Like, just commit to one of them. I don't care. I mean, it has to be Jason, I guess, if Freddy's the villain, but just commit to it. You know what I mean? But they have the woman cut his head off. Like, I don't know. So that always rubbed me the wrong way. They don't have the balls to just pick one. But yeah, this movie's stupid as shit. But it's still fun to me. I still have a blast watching it. This is a 6.8 for me, so I'm about a 1 point higher. But yeah, I enjoy the hell of this. I would happily watch this again. It's a blast.
Right on. 5.9, 6.8. But we both love it. It's great. Go check it out, man. It's really cool. I hope, man, why don't we have any new Friday the 13th or fucking Nightmare on Elm Streets? It's been so long. You guys got to get to work, guys.
Yeah, I bought the Arrowhead collector's thing of Friday the 13th, and I watched it for the first time, the 2009, because I hadn't seen it. And you and I had talked about the movie for a while. You'd seen it, and were a fan of it. And I enjoyed it. I have not seen the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I've heard nothing but awful things about it, but I kind of want to check out
the Rorschach one. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
I
don't know. Something about, I don't know. That guy has. They tried to play him really way more creepier and sinister. And I don't know, it just didn't land. He's more of a funny.
He's comical, yes. Ridiculous. Yeah, over the top, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't like that one, and obviously the people didn't like it because it went nowhere. But yeah, it was on HBO Max, or you can rent it anywhere. Looks like they have a lot of the Jason and the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, maybe all of them, if not. Yeah. Get Jason X in space. No one can hear you scream.
God damn it.
Yeah, they were getting wild around this time with this shit they're making. But yeah, go check it out. As always, we're here on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Also on Apple Music and Spotify. If it's how you do your podcast, we don't care how you do them, as long as you come do them with us once in a while. We'd appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. We always enjoy having you. Until the next V's, we can tell you peace.
Peace.